Hi, hello, my dear students. Very good morning. Let's begin. What is boiler feed water? The water feed into the boiler for the production of steam is called boiler feed water. Once again, I tell water which is feed into the boiler for the production of steam is called boiler feed water. What are the troubles? Using hot water in boilers. Scales and sludge formation, boiler corrosion, carryover process that is priming and foaming, and caustic embrittlement. These are the major problems or troubles arises using hot water in boilers. See, the pictorial representation is given at the side. What happens during boiling? While you heat the water evaporates. The solid or the salt which is dissolved in water gets precipitated and makes the water very dense so that only the solvent vaporizes, the salt settles down as precipitate which forms the scales and sludge formation. See what is sludge? The slimy, loose precipitate is called sludge, which is suspended in water. See, it is suspended over the surface of the water. It does not make a layer with the walls of the boiler. Sludge is soft, loose, slimy precipitate formed within the boiler. This suspended in water over the surface. What is scale? Scales are hard, thick, sticky deposit formed inside the boiler wall. So inside the boiler wall, it forms a adherent coating layer. It forms a adherent coating layer. This coating layer is called scale, which is very hard, thick. Salts responsible: calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride, calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. These are the salts responsible for the formation of scales and sludges. Decomposition of calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate present in water decomposed to give insoluble calcium carbonate in low pressure boilers. See, calcium bicarbonate on boiling, it gives you calcium carbonate precipitate, water and carbon dioxide. Deposition of calcium sulfate. See, temperature, in the cold water, this calcium sulfate is soluble. குறையுது 15 டிகிரியில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு 3200 மில்லிகிராம் பர் லிட்டர் இருக்கு. 100 டிகிரியில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 100 மில்லிகிராம் பர் லிட்டர் இருக்கு. 300 டிகிரியில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 15 மில்லிகிராம் பர் லிட்டர் இருக்கு. From this table, what do you understand? When the temperature rises, the solubility decreases. When it is cold, fully it soluble, dissolves. The solubility of calcium sulfate decreases with the temperature. Decomposition disadvantages. Disadvantages of scale formation. See, எப்படி அரிச்சு போய் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பாருங்க. ஸ்கேல் ஃபார்ம் ஆகிறதுனால wastage of fuel, lowering of boiler safety, danger of explosion, decreases in the efficiency of the boiler. These are the main disadvantages of scale. Removal of scales. How the scales can be removed? By scrapping. அப்படியே சொரண்டி அப்படியே எடுக்கிறது. giving thermal shock, dissolving by using chemicals like 5 to 10% HCl, 5 to 10% hydrochloric acid use பண்ணி dissolve பண்ணலாம் scales. Then we can use complexing agent like EDTA. இதை ஆட் பண்றதுனால நம்ம scales remove பண்ணலாம். Fifth one is blow down process. So these are the methods by which we can remove the scales. Method of preventing scale formation. We can do internal treatment and external treatment. Treatment of water before entering into the boiler. That is outside the boiler treatment is done means then that is external treatment. If the treatment is done within the boiler by adding substances like what are the substances? Phosphates, carbonates, like this, which produces precipitate soluble complex. Internal treatment or internal cleaning. 4 internal treatments we are going to see. One is colloidal conditioning. Second, aluminate conditioning. Third, phosphate conditioning. Fourth one, Calgon conditioning. What is colloidal conditioning? This type of colloidal conditioning is used in low pressure boilers. Can be done by adding organic substances like tannin, kerosene, agar-agar. Tannin உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் எதில் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு, நம்ம தேங்காய் நார் அதில் இருக்கு. கெரோசின் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். அகர் அகர்ங்கிறது கடல் பாசிலேருந்து எடுக்கக்கூடியது. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஆர்கானிக் சப்ஸ்டன்சஸ் low pressure boilersல யூஸ் பண்ணி we can do colloidal conditioning. They cover the scale forming precipitate and convert it into loose deposit. This deposit can be removed by blow down operation. We must know what is blow down process or blow down operation. So the concentrated water with lot and lot of salt to be removed from the boiler by the bottom of the outlet. By the outlet which is at the bottom. The concentrated water with lot of salt, hardness producing salt, is to be removed by the outlet at the bottom of the boiler. And at the same time, we have to add the fresh water to the boiler from the upper part. This process is called blow down operation. Then phosphate conditioning. In high pressure boilers, we are using this phosphate conditioning. See, look at this equation. Calcium and magnesium ions present in water, which is added with sodium phosphate, which gives you calcium and magnesium phosphate. This precipitate can be removed by blow down operation. Then calcium chloride present in water, which is treated with trisodium phosphate, gives you calcium phosphate precipitate and sodium chloride. This calcium phosphate also can be removed by blow down operation. Nature of salt, nature of phosphate, and nature of water to which added, or nature of water which is to be treated. See, sodium dihydrogen phosphate salt நம்ம choose பண்றோம். Acidic nature ல இருக்க water, this phosphate is acidic in nature because there are 2 hydrogen. So acidic in nature, and then it is used to treat alkaline water. Next, disodium hydrogen phosphate. Weakly alkaline in nature, used to treat weakly acidic water. Then trisodium phosphate, which is highly alkaline because there are no hydrogen, no acidic in nature. So it is used to treat highly acidic. Next, Calgon conditioning. What is Calgon? Hexasodium metaphosphate is Calgon. Na 6 times, PO3 6 times. Hexasodium metaphosphate. This is Calgon. This Calgon is added to boiler water which forms soluble complex with calcium ions. See, calcium sulfate with hot water or water which is treated with Calgon, Na4PO3 6 times. Coordinating complex it is. So this treated with calcium sulfate gives you sodium calcium phosphate as the soluble complex which can be easily removed. Next, aluminate conditioning. Sodium aluminate hydrolyzed into sodium hydroxide and forms a gelatinous aluminium hydroxide precipitate. Sodium aluminate hydrolyzed into sodium hydroxide forms a gelatinous aluminium hydroxide precipitate. See, sodium aluminate NaAlO2 reacts with water gives you NaOH plus AlOH3, that is aluminium hydroxide. NaAlO2 sodium aluminate reacts with water, undergoes hydrolysis, gives you NaOH sodium hydroxide and a gelatinous aluminium hydroxide AlOH thrice. NaOH reacts with MgCl2, gives you NaCl plus magnesium hydroxide precipitate MgOH twice. So magnesium and aluminium hydroxide formed absorb very fine particles and colloidal impurities. After that, they are removed by blow down method. So far we had seen the four different types of internal conditioning. In the next video, we are going to see about the external conditioning. I think all you have enjoyed and learned the new things. Thank you.